Alright, third video. I guess I'm going to have to somehow not let it override my video. But anyway, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to build a trellis across here, over to this tree here. And I want to put, that's the picture I sent everybody, where I'm going to put either my passion flowers or I don't know, something. Oh, the sun went down a little bit. Okay, so maybe I can see what I'm videoing. Alright, so I'll come back here again because I want to come over here on my porch. I have coxcombs and lyciums all up in here by the house. We'll see how they do. And I also planted some lavenders right here because this little area right here gets quite a bit of sun. And that's empty. It's going to be passion flowers. I got some in the house. And these are hydrangea seeds. I don't know if they'll ever make it, but we'll see. They're just sitting there. And then I have, this is lavender. I thinned it out and planted some in the yard, but I didn't take all of them because I wanted them to survive. These guys need sun. Sorry, let's take a break and do that. Okay. Anyway, I have some blue better sage salvia planted in there. And then my morning glories. Look at, they are coming up. Look at that. So I just got to figure out where in the garden I want to plant that. And this is what happens when I run out of labels. Cannot remember exactly what these are. So we'll have to figure that out when they come up. Okay. So all this gravel, by the way, I have brought here. When I get around the other side, I'll show you where all of it came from. So now I can walk all the way out to the chicken coop without walking in the mud when it does rain hard. And hopefully I'll get grass in the other areas. So when I come on out here, my rose garden. Look how beautiful. This is the rose from my mommy's house in Arizona. And it is doing so well. And then I have all these roses that I brought from the other house. Look at, they're just popping up. That one there I think is a little climbing one. I need to weed this. But look at that. There's buds all over it. Look at that. And there's another one of those. I love those. Kids, you guys want to buy your mama a Christmas present? A birthday present? They're $1 at the Dollar Tree. Look, there's a turtle. Anyway, if I come on this way, I have gladiolas. And they're just so tall. That's what's in every one of those pots, big pots, where you see them coming up. I just planted mums in these other little containers. I had mums already in here. I'm just not sure they're going to come back. That's a, see if you can see it right there. That's a mum. I don't know if they're going to come back, but I have scattered other seeds in this, so we'll see what happens. And these are some other bulbs I planted. Some of these did not flower this year, but same with these. They didn't flower, but we'll have to just see. I do have some sage up in here, and that what I put. No, basil. Oh, that's right. I put purple basil up in there. Then it rained hard, so I'm not sure if the seeds went away. And then there's some little things growing up here. And I don't want to move them in case they are. I do have morning glories planted right there, so they can climb on this. Alright. And then if I come on this way, which I'm just coming this way because I have a chicken out. Which, poor thing, has become like the favorite chicken. of the roosters. Hi, duck ducks. All right. So this little area, I have planted a whole box of shade mixed flowers in here because this is pretty much, that's about all the sun it usually gets. So it's mostly shade. It scatters in the afternoon a little bit so it can get some sun. So hopefully it's just wildflower seed. It's a wildflower seed. And then on this side, it's all marigolds. And then you come around into the garden, which I'll just do a quick da-da-da-da-da-da. That's kind of how it looks. This is my asparagus garden area. I'm going to add some more something, the good dirt to it, potting soil. But look at this little baby asparagus coming up right here. See there? And that's asparagus. These are all asparagus. And I decided I'm just going to let everything go to seed this year and wait till next year. Then they'll all be 4 years old. And then if you come over here, I outlined this whole garden with marigolds. But that's my broccoli. It's coming out really well. And I have spinach and all of these in here are romaine lettuce. And the funny part about it is I started some inside and did some from seeds, and pretty much they did just as well. So next year I won't start those in the house. Hello, my ducks. And I'm going to come over here, and I'm so excited because I planted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different types of carrots, and then I have marigolds on all around the edge of the box. But I'm so excited. And let's see, here's a good shot of one right there. See him? Actually, it's all full. The carrots are all coming out really nicely. And my raspberry and blackberries. Let's see what happens. And let's see what's going on here. In the edge, these are all inside there, these little pots. They all have sugar baby watermelons in there. I started them in there. And then I added soil out here, and this is all lavender planted in here. And I have, like I took from that little pot up by the house, I planted them in here, so we'll see how they do. But the whole front of this is seeds. And then I planted a bunch of different types of flowers in here. I put some rudabecas, which should be really pretty. And the birds will like it too, around my little fountain. Yeah, look how pretty that is. Alright. So right now, I did plant Elysiums all over in front of this. And I also planted some zinnias in here. And these are all from bulbs that I planted. And it had some really pretty flowers on it. And these are just different things that I tried. A couple more zinnias that I've tried to start. I really wanted this to be my, to put hydrangeas in here, because that's what that is. But that's not going to work out. I had the chickens there, and the goats got out and ate that. So I haven't had the heart to pull that up yet, because I don't know what I'm doing in this garden yet. Alright, so let me go back up the path here. And I'll turn around here. And these are all just things that I planted. Passion flowers, and look how good these are doing. Amazing. And forget-me-nots. So I gotta figure out where I'm gonna plant those, because those right there are about ready to be planted. And then I have watermelons, 2 different types of watermelons started here and here. And then these are all cucumbers. And of course the same with these, where I've started plants all in here. These are morning glories in there. And morning glories. Oh, look how awesome these morning glories are coming up. So these here are going to keep growing in this pot. I put petunias. I planted petunias in it. And this is my bald cypress. And I have 2 of them. That's a bald cypress with petunias in it. So once those flowers start coming out, I'm going to set these somewhere to look really nice. And of course, corkscrew willows. I don't know what I'm going to do with those. I haven't had the heart to get rid of them. I did throw away a bunch of this kind of thing. That one has stems on it, so I hadn't thrown that away yet, but that one needs to go too. But my little pine tree. But I have in here, I put snapdragons, so we'll see how those come up in here. These other little things right here, those are crocuses. And then my lilies, I have lilies coming up just like on the other side over there. And those are marigolds, and I actually added some marigolds to it this morning. And this is my lilac tree. Is it not beautiful? Look how good it's doing. Okay. That's Khaleesi's pool. And this is my crepe myrtle. It was so beautiful. The leaves were a really beautiful, deep blackish purple. And they just look yucky now. I know it'll come back. It's just the freeze got them. They came out in the freeze got them. But I have, this is just different bulbs that I planted. I'm going to transplant this because I believe that's my plum tree, and I moved, which I'm going to move down. You probably can't see it, but I have this whole area. I'll just stand across because I'm not going to look down there right now. The whole area, all the way across there is where all my trees are. I have 2 apple trees, a peach tree. Yeah, let's walk down in there because I took this right here, this tree branch. Kevin cut off of there for me because I didn't want that branch came out pretty far, and I didn't want to block any sun from anything. And I'm going to use it. I haven't got rid of it. I cut all the leaves and stems and everything off of it, and I'm going to use it to climb some of those morning glories on it. I just got to figure out where I want to set it. But won't that just look awesome? And okay, I'm walking down here. My little pine trees here. And I have cucumbers started in these little pots here. And I have cucumbers started in this little pot here. But let me show you something amazing. So my neighbor came over and brought me some egg cartons because I had given him some eggs, and so he brought me some egg cartons because I gave it to him in a bag and he didn't have, so he brought me egg cartons because I told him I didn't have any. His dad is 94 years old. He's an old pastor, and I was going to out here getting ready to dig up, and he came over with his tractor and dug. If you can see all the dirt, I'm really, sun's back out real bright, so it's hard for me to see. But look at this. He took his tractor and dug the whole thing up, and then he said he'll come back in a couple days and do my rows up for me with the other tractor tool. And so over here is his property. This is the fence line, right? I just get it big. That's the fence line. Like where that tree is right there is the fence line, and his cows are out in that field. Okay. Speaking of peach trees, there's my peach tree. And by the way, I'm going to put corn over here and all my cucumbers and gourds and things like that, watermelons. So that's why I decided to walk down here. But you can, now I can see, so hopefully when you're seeing, oh yeah, I forgot I have a plum-cot tree. But it looks like the cold got it too, so hopefully it's going to come back okay. But my apple trees did fine. Apple tree did fine. And I also got river birches, 3 of them, to grow in a clump, because they're usually really cool grown in a clump. So 1, 2, 3. So this is already all kind of shaded up. So and this is like the corner of our property here, and then it runs at an angle up that way. But I decided I was going to put these right here. They won't block the sun from my trees. And I'm gonna, once they get bigger, I'm gonna pull some of the, like cut these out, because they're just like grow like weeds everywhere, because that's what that tree is, and it just, and that tree is, and it just throws those everywhere. And okay, so here we go. So my plum tree up there, when I moved my trees, I was thinking I was moving my plum tree, but obviously this is not a plum tree. And if that's an oak tree, I do not want a big oak tree right here, because right above that tree is the telephone wires. Probably can't see it, but that's where it goes across our property, unfortunately. But this is the other plum tree, so I gotta probably move that. All right, so I'm a little scattered, but let me go ahead and go back up here and finish my garden. So I had a freeze. I'm growing more tomatoes and peppers. I put them outside too soon, and it doesn't look like any of them have survived. That's what was in here. None of these survived. Even my big ones. Look at that. Is that pitiful or what? I'm so sad about that. And there too, none of those survived. Seeds. This is my celery, and I didn't put holes in these, and I forgot to bring these out of the rain when it rained. But here's what's amazing. Look at the potatoes. They have come up beautiful. Look at them. Those are all potatoes. Yep. Here's my hawthorn I need to move. Sure is pretty. If I could contain it little, I would, but the problem is it's going to get big and block the afternoon sun from my garden. I don't want it to do that. Alright, so I'm back over here because I have onions. Look at them. And I actually put onion chives and garlic chives in these. Oh, look at that. They're coming up. I'm so happy about that. I don't see the onion chives coming up yet. Nope. But these are. Yeah, all in here I planted wild, that's a butterfly, monarch mix in here. And it looks like I got all kinds of little things coming up, so I should have some pretty flowers coming up in there. This is one of those trees. Oh, just went to get her ball. Which is that tree. And like I said, it scatters itself everywhere. But I completely cut them, and I thought they were going to be dead. And then you just can't kill these. So I kind of like them. I think I'm just going to keep cutting them short. And this is an interesting thing, and I keep going to read about it, and I haven't done it yet. Everywhere on my property up here that I found, there will be like 3 pine trees. Always 3 pine trees growing. There's 1, 2, 3, and they always seem to grow in 3s. It's the weirdest thing. Now I left those and thinned out everything else in between them. Oh. And here we go. I'm so excited. My hydrangea is doing really well. And I found my list of what kind of hydrangeas I have. So I have 4 different kinds. I have one there. I have one here. Let me come over here because I have some more sweet peas. These are sweet peas and they look like they may make it. I'm going to let it climb this old dead tree. Dead trees. Look at this. They're so resilient. So anyway, let's see. 1 hydrangea, 2 hydrangeas, Khaleesi's Pool. And this hydrangea is doing really good. I'm sure I'm not going to get flowers this year, even if I did. These little guys are so little. This hydrangea I didn't think was going to even make it. You can see its leaves right there. Alright. 1, 2, 3. I have 4. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I said 4. And then here's the thing. I ran out of labels and I'm nuts. I got flowers growing in here and I can't even remember what this is, but I remember I thinned it out because I thought it would be too much to have more than 1 or 2 plants. And with the rain, it looks like only 1 survived, which is fine. So, alrighty. Look at this though. Little pine tree just coming up all by itself. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's there. Alright, to my herbs. I know I'm boring everybody, but I'm doing this also so I can look at them later. So this is my basil. Somehow I missed getting holes in this bucket and it just filled up with water. I had to pour it out, all the water off, and then luckily they're starting to come back in now. I still don't know where I'm going to put all these different herbs, but for now they're going to stay in pots. This is Angelica. And if you don't know what Angelica is, it's one of the ingredients that you can use in Mrs. Dash. My goal is to make my own Mrs. Dash. Lemon balm, which I don't see anything coming up in that yet. Stevia. I don't see anything coming up in that yet either. And rosemary's not coming up. Oh, wait. I see a couple little pieces. Yay, look at that. Wait. I'm so excited. How about that? Okay, let me come around here and just walk in here because I have it kind of squared off. And here, and look at this. Look at this thyme. Ooh, it's coming up. And I planted milk thistle and I got only 1 plant coming up. My oregano is coming up nicely, and cilantro. My parsley. Okay, so I have parsley coming up. See right there? Right there. This plant here actually was already kind of grown at the grocery store. I bought that. Dill is coming up. Peppermint's not coming up yet. And chamomile. Let's see. Unless this is one. Maybe. Oh yeah, there's a couple more in here. That's coming up. That's coming up. The rain has just like, these. I may have to plant more, but we'll see. So I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do right now. You can see that's where all my herbs are. So anyway, let's see. Did I miss anything showing you this? Oh, my garden's going. Okay. Alrighty. So here's my tulip garden. And I think I'm actually going to, where I have tulips in different spots around the property, I'm going to move the bulbs and put them all in here. It was such a beautiful display when they came up that I just really want more in here. So, anyway, and here's what's really pretty. Here's some more bulbs that I planted. Look how pretty those are. And those are like what I had over here. And it did, you know, right next to where the fountain is, I got a little bit, but no other flowers over there. The same for this little bunch. But this is my tulip garden, and no tulips right now. But look at what I have on the back end. I have some lilies. And I keep coming out here and waiting, and just because it says beautiful little yellow flowers, I leave them because I love wildflowers. Okay, so these are going to be yellow calla lilies. Stephanie gave those to me. And here is my Mother's Day calla lily. It was coming up, and I was so excited because here's a piece, and here's a piece, and I should take a picture.